Stop scrolling. Because the thought that followed you all day is about to follow you into tonight too. You know the one, the thought you never say out loud, the fear you keep pushing away, the question that returns the moment the room becomes quiet. What if this never gets better? Stay with me for the next few minutes, because before this message ends, you're going to hear something that may completely change the way you see this season of your life. But first, I need to ask you something. What if the thing you call a setback is actually preparation? What if the delay that frustrates you is protecting you from something you cannot yet see? Most people leave their story too early, not physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They decide the ending while they're still standing in the middle of the chapter. And that's dangerous, because the middle of the story always looks like failure, always. The hero is confused, the path disappears, the answers stop coming, the future becomes blurry. Sound familiar? Good, because what happens next is the part nobody talks about. The breaking point is often standing right beside the turning point. People usually can't tell the difference until much later. Which means, the moment that convinces you to quit may be the exact moment everything was about to change. Think carefully about that, because in the next chapter, we're going to talk about the hidden signal that appears in almost every difficult season and why nearly everyone misses it. Have you noticed something strange? Right before people give up, they usually say the same thing. I can't do this anymore. I've tried everything. Nothing is changing. But here's the question nobody asks. What if exhaustion isn't proof that you're losing? What if it's proof that you've been fighting longer than you realize? Marathon runners know something most people don't. The urge to stop often arrives before the finish line appears. Your mind sees pain. Your body sees distance. But the finish line may be much closer than either of them understands. And that brings us to the hidden signal. Confusion. Not failure, not defeat, confusion. Because growth feels confusing, change feels confusing, transformation feels confusing. A seed underground would probably think it was buried. It never realizes it was planted. Read that again. Buried and planted can look exactly the same from the inside. Maybe that's where you are, not buried, planted. Maybe this isn't punishment. Maybe this isn't the ending. Maybe this is preparation wearing the clothes of disappointment. Because think about your life. How many moments once looked terrible until time revealed their purpose? The rejection that redirected you, the delay that protected you, the ending that made room for a better beginning. Life has a strange habit of making sense backwards, rarely forwards. And that is exactly why people quit too early. They demand chapter 20 answers, while living inside chapter 5. But there is one more thing you need to know. One thing that changes everything. The strongest people are not the people who never break. They're the people who refuse to stay broken. And if you're listening to this right now, after everything you've survived, after everything you've carried, after every reason you had to stop, you're already proving that. Stay with me, because the next chapter contains the question that separates people who recover from people who remain trapped in the same story forever. And once you hear it, you may never look at struggle the same way again. There is a question, so small that most people ignore it. Yet the answer to this question, quietly, determines the direction of entire lives. The question is not, why is this happening to me? Almost everyone asks that question. Almost nobody finds peace there. The real question is this: who am I becoming because of this? Because pain changes people. That part is unavoidable. The only choice we get is what it changes us into. Will this season make you bitter or wiser? Will this setback make you smaller or stronger? Will this storm teach you fear or resilience? Because somewhere, hidden beneath the frustration, hidden beneath the waiting, hidden beneath the disappointment, something else is happening. You are learning endurance. You are learning patience. You are learning how strong you really are. And strength discovered in comfort never feels the same as strength discovered in struggle. Think about fire. Fire can destroy, but fire can also refine. Gold becomes stronger because of heat. Steel becomes stronger because of pressure. Maybe people are not so different. Maybe some of your greatest qualities are being built right now, quietly, patiently, out of sight. But here comes the part you need to hear most carefully. Do not confuse your current location with your final destination. Airplanes spend part of the journey inside turbulence. That does not mean they are flying in the wrong direction. Construction sites look messy before they look beautiful. Books become chaotic before the ending makes sense. Lives often work exactly the same way. And maybe, years from now, you will look back at this season and say something you never expected to say. I'm grateful I didn't quit there. Because quitting steals futures that haven't arrived yet. And staying gives tomorrow a chance to surprise you. So before you leave this chapter, remember the question, not why is this happening to me, but who am I becoming because of this? Because the answer to that question may change everything. Stay with me a little longer, because in the final chapter, we're going to talk about the moment nobody sees coming, the moment when the story finally turns, and when it arrives, you'll understand why surviving this chapter mattered so much. Which means something important. The day that changes your life may not be in some distant future. It may already be moving towards you, quietly, silently, 1 hour closer with every passing hour. That is why you cannot quit here. Not now, not in this chapter. Because imagine stopping one page before the plot twist. Imagine leaving the theater 10 minutes before the ending. Imagine walking away moments before sunrise. Because the night felt too long. Your future is still arriving, even when it feels delayed. Your life is still unfolding, even when it feels confusing. And one day, you will stand in a moment you cannot see yet, looking back at the person you are today. Fun truth. And you will want to say only 3 words. Thank you for staying. Thank you for giving tomorrow another chance. Because the version of you waiting in the future needs the version of you listening right now to keep going. So tonight, do not carry the weight of the entire journey. Carry only the next step. 1 breath, 1 decision, 1 sunrise. That is how mountains are climbed. That is how storms are survived. That is how stories change. And maybe the chapter you wanted to escape will become the chapter that taught you your strength. Maybe the waiting taught you patience. Maybe the uncertainty taught you courage. Maybe the storm taught you who you really are. So if you remember anything from this message, remember this. Do not judge your life by a single season. Do not judge your future by a single setback. And do not give up on a story that is still being written. Because somewhere ahead, a future version of you is smiling, simply because you decided to stay. One more breath, one more step, one more sunrise, until the story turns. And it will.